Hey everybody, it's Laura at Windmill Farms. The rain has finally stopped. There is a sun in the sky. We weren't quite sure what that, big bright thing in the sky was when we got up this morning because we haven't seen it in a couple of weeks. Um, so we're gonna just kind of take you through our day. We've got some strawberries to get transplanted and a little bit of cleanup to do, and maybe we can actually introduce you to a few farm animals while we're at it. Um, you won't get to see some of them because we have a lot of like construction we're in process of here. So, but we'll introduce you to who we can. So hang out with us and come enjoy our sunny, lovely day with us.
Hey y'all, it's Grizz here at Windmill Farms. I'm going to show you today, as Laura had already talked about, we trying to get one more bed in of these strawberries. Before we do, I had some folks tell me that they couldn't get sage and rosemary to grow outside where they live at, and they live approximately on the same latitude that we do. I want to show you that I've got rosemary here, and I got sage here and here. You can tell that sage has got new leaves on it everywhere. The rosemary's actually got new growth up here at the top on several pieces of it. To show you that this stuff made it through, I think our lowest temperature was 17 back when that big ice storm come through the United States, and I think we dropped down with the wind chill that day to a -4, I think, something like that. I can't remember, so I'm not gonna lie to you, but the temperature was in the teens. How's that? And I didn't cover this up. I didn't put plastic over it. I didn't do nothing. I was trying to see how hardy it was going to be. And as you see, it was hardy. I still got new leaves coming up down here on the sage and on my rosemary. I'm not saying that they couldn't. I'm just saying I've been able to grow it. Don't know why, but it grows here in North Mississippi where we're at. And it took the temperatures. Now, of course, today the sun's out finally after I don't know how long of rain. And it's up to, I think, 54 degrees today, something like that. And of course, it's doing real well today. It's enjoying the sunshine. Everything is, including everything, the turkeys and the goats and everything. What I was going to show you is this right here and that one right there are my only two mother plants. When I was talking to y'all earlier about my strawberries, you see all the different strawberry plants that I've had spindle out and come out. Now, if you rake the leaves back here a little bit, and the mulch that I had, see this right here? See that right there? That's what had happened. That had grown over with a runner to here. That runner had actually produced over here, created this second runner. That was all in 1 year. This isn't 2 years worth of growth. That's 1 year through the summer and through the fall here. So I was supposed to have gotten these out by now. Sorry, I'm weeding there. But I hadn't had a chance. So that's what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna pull these up from here, and we just got through finishing our third 8-foot bed in a row down through there. I've already got strawberries in the first 2 beds. I'm gonna put some more in that one right there. I really need to get these transferred out of here because this whole bed configuration is getting changed this year. As you see, these big clumps right here, that's my lemongrass. I got a video that I'll be uploading where I harvested it late one evening when I got in from work. When I first got that, each one of them little stalks that I put in the ground had like 3 little old stalks in it, about that big around. And you'll see how overgrown this got when you see the other video. So I'm actually going to be moving. This whole bed's getting reconfigured. I left some cabbage layout over the winter to see what it would do, and now that we're getting into more sunshine, it's actually starting to make some little heads. So that's kind of unique.
Talk about the kale.
Yeah, the kale I left out all year long too. If you see it back here, I'm going to start harvesting some from it because I don't want it to bolt. I've noticed down there on the end it was starting to look like that one was going to bolt. We put it in, got some of it off late last year, and then I just left it out here over winter. And you see it overwintered real well, even with the cold temperatures I was talking about that we had. And we had them for multiple days back to back. That's not like we had it for one day and then it warmed back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig some of these out, and when I get some of them dug out, we're gonna get over there in the other bed and we'll rejoin you then, all right? So stay with us when we get these transplanted to the other bed. Hey y'all, what I want to show you here when I'm digging that strawberry up, I'm gonna turn it around here. You notice you got your main strawberry. Notice the new leaves are coming in. Notice these roots here. You got to get down below that root ball. Notice these balls of root right here. You got to get below that ball of roots. The best way to get a strawberry up is to come outside of it 4 to 6 inches on a small one like this, because as they get bigger, it gets bigger down there, and it's only good for about 3 years before it goes bad till you need to pull it up and do it. That's why I love strawberries. They give you what you need to load up for the next year, because they give you these runners every year. But you just need to get below it, pop it up. If you look over here at these other ones that I've already planted, not a problem with them, and there's not going to be a problem with them as long as you get that entire root base up. If you don't get that entire root base up, you're killing the plant. So just a little tidbit when you're getting these strawberry plants, whether you do it in the fall like you're supposed to do, I'm late, or you do it in this early spring, as long as you get it early spring, get it back in for these June bears. I don't have any ever bears, mine are all June. I'll probably not have a crop on something this small this year, but that's fine. I'm setting these beds up and these rows up to give me strawberries for several years to come with their runners and stuff. I've got several mature plants that will give me berries this year. So just a little tidbit, and like I said, when we get done, we'll bring you back to the other bed when we get in there, all right? Hey y'all, like I said, once we got them other ones dug up, we were coming over to the bed here. As you see down through these other 8-foot beds, I've only got 4 in there. I'm actually going to put 5 in here. I'm going to put them a little closer than I normally would, simply because I've got a couple extra here that I'm going to have to find a place to plant them, or we're just going to lose them, and I don't like losing plants. So I'm going to plant them a little closer right through here than I normally would and try to get all of them in. But like I said before, get that entire root ball like so. You don't want it out here no longer than you have to. Thank you, JJ. Sorry, it's springtime. He's over there drumming and stuff. He thinks I should be paying attention to him. I put my root ball in, kind of mound up my dirt all the way right up to the base. I pack it a little bit, but I don't just push down as tight as I possibly can. Now normally I'd come over about 2, so my next one would normally be about right there, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here, because like I said, I've got a few extra plants and I don't want to lose none of them. Make sure your fine roots are down in there. Once you do that, I always backfill. Once I backfill, I kind of pack around and make sure she's in there stable. I normally put water over the top of these. However, I think everything's got more than enough water. This stuff this mulch that I just put out is like bad mulch. But as you see, I'm spacing them about 1 apart. So this one's going to go right here. Now, if you're wanting to know why I'm putting it dead center, I'm going to do some companion planting with these. In that I'm going to plant down this side here. We have, what do we have, baby? I know we got 100 of the English peas right now.
And a little over like 102 of the sugar snaps.
Yeah, so we've got 2 different types of trellis and English peas that we're going to be putting out here. When I get my next bed in, just like Jessica Roots and Refuge and other people have used, we're going to actually be using cattle panels up and over to give us a vertical growing here. But so this inside will have English peas, we'll have strawberries down the middle, and we're going to have lettuces and radishes going down the outside edge. I'm using microgreen lettuces. I'll be picking those before they actually head all the way out. But when we get those in the ground, probably today, you'll see that, because some of those need to be direct. One of the things that I'm probably going to do right here behind me is I'm going to be making these blocks that we use, as I showed y'all before. Let me get a block to show you. These blocks, they're shaped in a square, and each one of these slots on the side that you see allow a 2x6 to fit in there, okay? If you see that there's a hole in the very middle of it, can't see it here, but it busts out real easy with a piece of rebar that you knock down through there, and that's for when you're stacking them, which is what I'm going to do back here, because I'm actually going to plant a probably 3 deep, so it's going to be 18 inches, maybe even 24 inch deep, and it'll just be a 4x4 bed full of carrots, because like I said before, our soil doesn't do no good here. It's just clay for the most part. What we have found out though is we don't have to go full on true raised beds. That might be something y'all are going to notice in our videos, is I don't have these things raised up 18 inches, 24 inches to where that's all I'm growing in. I don't put a weed barrier down underneath. Basically what I do is I till these up. Matter of fact, when I do this next set, I'll probably go ahead and film that. I till it with my tiller, mix it up, because our dirt, even though it's clay and sand based, it still grows really well. I mean, it's the reason we have agriculture in this part of the world: corn, soybeans, cotton, that kind of stuff. But to grow stuff a little bit better, we have to amend it, and then we found that we can amend the top, turn it in just a little bit, and just keep amending the top, and we do really well with our raised beds here. It's going to be interesting to see what the intensive farming I'm going to try to do this year is going to make a difference. We might actually be building these beds up after this year. I don't know. We're going to find out. So, but let's get back to these strawberries and get them in the ground while we still can. As I said, I get them roots down in there. I backfill. Once I backfill, I kind of pack it. Because believe it or not, one thing that I don't think's been addressed enough is air pockets will kill your plants. That's one reason why when professional gardeners come in to put your shrubs in, put any of your trees in, anything like that, the first thing they're going to do after they do so is they're going to water it really good. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get that soil to settle in there around your roots the best that it can without compacting. You don't need it compact, but you need it settled around there, because big air pockets will cause your plants to die. So if you've ever planted something yourself and you thought you got it in the ground, a shrub or whatever, gardenia, whatever it might have been, you thought you got it in the ground good, and it just slowly started dying, you try to add fertilizer to it, it looked like it took a little bit, but then it didn't. It's basically rotting from the bottom up through the roots. That's getting air to it. So that's the reason why we do what we do as far as compacting and then watering real good, is making sure them roots are covered with soil. So let me get to this next one. My wife kind of emergency planted this little one for the simple fact that when I went to pop it out, I kind of messed up. I got the root, but as soon as it popped loose from the ground, all the dirt left the root immediately. And like I said, air kills roots. So emergency planted that one, kind of planted it off grid where we kind of wanted. I'm going to go ahead and come in its normal place. And the reason I am is because this one right here is so small. And as you see, this is what I was talking about. When I till this up, I'm just tilling it up. And believe it or not, once I till it up, I'm in the top of it and then put my mulch on top, I really don't have a bad problem with grass growing back up in here. And as you see, I'm just pulling our particular grass around here. Has a rhizome to it. So, believe it or not, I don't have a problem with that. I know that's probably unheard of with some folks, but it seems to work good for us. It worked good with us last year in the raised beds that we put in last year. And it's got a little partner a little close there. I'll go ahead and get these last two in the ground. We're talking so much. That was almost placed perfect. There's that root ball I was talking about. Alrighty. There you go. Like I said, that one's planted. got this one planted back in. Like I said, we're going to plant lettuce and stuff down through there. We're going to put our sugar peas, English peas, whatever you want to call them, down through here, all the way down. And then when I get them planted, they're actually starting inside these pots. When I get them out here, I'll probably do another video showing you when they get them in. But that's it. Transferring strawberries on the first sunny day we've had in a while. So as always, if you like the video, hit the like button, please. If you ain't subscribed to us already, subscribe to us. If you want to know every time a video comes out, ding that little bell next to the subscribe button down at the bottom. And if you need to see any of our other things that we do, come on over to Facebook to Two Paws Trading Company, Persimmon Creek Outdoors, or of course Windmill Farms. We have Facebook pages for all three. Come on over and see us over there. And as always, be safe.